I'm Hennessy, and this is the Best Books Podcast. With me here is my co-host and guest star, Grace Ainella. Last week, we were talking about The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. This week, we are talking about the Hunger Games Trilogy by Suzanne Collins. Most of you may know these series from the famous movies that have been out for the past few years.
There are three parts of this trilogy. There is Hunger Games is the first one, Catching Fire is the second, and Mockingjay is the third.
The Hunger Games is about these two people, Katniss Everdeen and Peeta Mellark, that were chosen to be in the Hunger Games, which is where 24 people, 2 from each of the 12 districts, are fought in the Hunger Games. Basically, both of them make it out alive, which is basically the ending of the Hunger Games, and it starts on to Catching Fire, which is where a revolution starts. Catching Fire is about the rebellion in all of the districts that are going on. They're fighting against the capital. And then Mockingjay is about Katniss being the leader of this whole rebellion because she is supposedly the Mockingjay. Because she has a little pin, as you can see if you watch all the movies and the trailers and all the books.
So what do you think about the trilogy, Hennessy?
They are amazing. Each book is so awesome. The way she writes, Suzanne Collins, the way she writes the books are so amazing. And it makes you feel as if you're really there.
I completely agree. When I was reading those books, that actually made you feel something, right?
Exactly. And there's so many plot twists, especially in Mockingjay.
It drives you crazy.
Exactly.
Like, it makes you feel like you're actually there.
It really does.
I love writers like that, who make you actually feel like you're there and stuff like that.
Totally. And with us here to talk about how awesome Suzanne Collins is Giselle David.
She's gonna put her input. She's gonna input her opinion on these 3 books. Giselle,
Sit down.
take a seat with us, Giselle.
So nerve-wracking.
Welcome.
Welcome to my podcast.
Hi, welcome, Giselle.
Hi.
I'm so glad to have you here.
I'm really happy to be here.
How-
Hunger Games.
So, how's the traffic when you're getting here?
It was not bad. It's a Sunday evening, so everyone's home. Put the kids in bed.
Totally get that.
That's good.
So Giselle, I have a couple of questions here for you.
Okay, I'm ready.
You did read all 3 books, right?
Yes.
They were all amazing?
Yes.
What did you think of them?
I think they were amazing. I can't even explain how much I love these books.
I agree.
I can't put them into words. I can't fathom them.
I agree.
What was your favorite part of Mockingjay?
Oh my god. Anything that has to do with Peeta Mellark makes my heart happy.
So that's your favorite part, anything with Peeta in it?
Yes, especially when Katniss first saw Peeta on the screen.
I love that part.
I love that part more.
When I was in the movie theater with Hennessy, like, we were holding hands because we just felt the intensity of that moment.
And in the book, it describes how terrible he looks, like how damaged he is.
Yes.
You could just picture the whole thing, the way Suzanne writes. You could just picture the whole thing in your brain, and it's just so awesome. So awesome, the imagery in the books. They're awesome. So, my next question, which is basically what we were just talking about, did you like the way Suzanne Collins made the book?
Yes, because it wasn't like any other kind of book where you just know it's gonna happen.
That is
Everything
so
was like,
true.
think this is gonna happen?
That is so true. Like, I'm not even joking.
It's just like, what? Not gonna happen.
There's just so many plot twists in Mockingjay where it's just like 3 chapters before it finished, I thought it was going to end completely different. And then you get 2 chapters and you're thinking differently now, and then there's just another plot twist, and then the second to last chapter is just complete plot twist. And the last chapter is just like, oh, so that's how it ends.
There are only 1 in a million writers that are like that. Those writers are so good.
It left you breathless, the ending.
It definitely did.
And the epilogue was amazing as well, wasn't it?
Can't even speak about it.
Just can't. You just can't.
Just can't.
So, basically, next question is exactly what we were just talking about. What did you think of the ending? Was the ending perfect?
I thought the ending, there could have been so many other endings that could happen in this book. But the way she picked this ending,
Yeah.
I couldn't have said anything better.
Yeah.
It's like,
Do you think it should have ended differently?
Maybe, but you're just gonna have to read the book to find that out.
What do you think of Peeta and Katniss's relationship?
Ever since I read the books, I just knew that they clicked. And I just felt,
Exactly.
it's not like the relationship right she had with Gail.
Yeah. It was so much more complex.
Yes. And every book and every movie, you just wanted them to be together.
Yeah.
And whenever you read Mockingjay, the fact that they weren't together, you're just like, I can't let this happen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to change it.
Yes, and you felt that they had to be together, and then just...
So my last question for you is, are you Team Peeta or Team Gale?
I'm just gonna have to say that I'm Team Peeta. And they make my heart happy. He makes my heart happy, and
I'm Team Gale.
I'm gonna leave.
Bye. Well, thank you for coming. Thank you very much, Giselle.
Gladly appreciated Giselle David for coming all the way over here.
She's such a nice person. She's such a great person. She was a great guest. Thank you so much, Giselle, for coming.
So next up, we have another person to interview named Antonia Chalepas. Welcome, Antonia.
Thanks for coming by, Antonia.
Thank you. You're welcome.
You look great. So, just to throw that out there, Antonia did not read Mockingjay yet, so we have to keep everything a secret. Okay, Antonia, we're so glad to have you here. First question, what do you think of the end of Catching Fire?
I think it was a very surprise ending, and it wasn't just like how everyone says about Mockingjay, about how it's just a lot of plot twists. I remember I was in the last chapter, or one of the two of the last chapters, and I was just thinking how is it even over? Because there's just so much that I thought was gonna happen because the games were still going on.
Yeah.
So I really didn't know how it was gonna end, and then it just ended so perfectly. So it just makes me want to read Mockingjay, and I can't wait to read it because it seems like a great book. You totally should. It gets even better and better and better and better. I promise you.
So she just answered the next question, which was, did it make you want to read Mockingjay?
Yes, it did. It was a great book. It's a great author. I love Suzanne Collins.
What's your favorite character? Who was your favorite character?
My favorite character is Finnick. He is introduced in Catching Fire.
Finnick O'Dare.
And I'm pretty sure he is going to be Mockingjay.
Yes, he is.
So he is a
good guess.
He's a great character and actor in the movies, and he just like adds that good douchebag, but inner sensitive kid. Yeah.
So what's your favorite part of Catching Fire?
My favorite part is probably the ending when like they're all dying and well not dying but like about to die and then they go into the hovercraft and then you're just like, what is happening? Are they dead? What is going on? My favorite part of Catching Fire was when Peeta and Katniss on the beach scene when they were kissing.
Yeah.
Oh, that was actually, that might have been my favorite scene. That was like the best scene. Like I was just like, what else are they gonna do? Yeah. So I'm guessing you're Team Peeta. I am not Team Peeta. What?
You're Team Gale?
I'm not Team Gale. I am Team Katniss. Go Katniss. I feel like she's
an independency.
I feel like she's just confused to what she wants. So true. I feel like neither Peeta or Gale are for her because she is just a person that doesn't need anybody.
Yeah. What I feel is like both of them hold her back. Like whenever she's like and stuff like that, like she's always like, oh, but I have to take care of Peeta. I have to make sure Gale's okay. Like I feel like she's
a motherly. She's a very motherly figure.
Yeah.
She can look at them as like brothers, but not as like boyfriend or husband. Yeah. So that's why I don't think she would be. She's good with them. I agree, but I'm still for Team Peeta.
I'm Team Gale.
It's something about the way they connect with each other, especially in Mockingjay. Like it's just really crazy. Like, it's really touching as well.
Alright. Thank you so much for coming, Antonia.
You're welcome.
You were such a great pleasure to have here. We love you here. We love you here. And,
Cookie, before you go.
Thanks.
Bye. Love ya. Get home safe.
Get home safe.
Okay.
So as you can see by all these interviewers and by me and Grace, you must read these books. These books are a great hit. They've been selling millions and millions of copies for each book.
And the movies have been watched by millions and millions of people worldwide.
It made about $152 million.
Wow, that's great.
It's amazing, amazing. The books will blow you away, blow you away.
Now tune in next week for This Is What Happy Looks Like by Jennifer E. Smith.
I just want to thank all the camera crew, all the people that were here today, the interviewers, Antonia and Giselle. Thank you so much for coming.